Today I just want to talk about another document that we use that's super helpful for us, which is our pay scale document. So one of the things that's on this document is we give our team pay scales or levels to know what to expect. And we're trying to make it so that they understand where they're going and where they're headed. In this document, there's a couple of things that are really important. First, I used ChatGPT to give me just the outline or bare bones of this document, which is really helpful. Second is I've highlighted a few things. One is the most important thing you can do to remove stress from your doctor. So if you want to progress and find ways to remove stress. So I kind of talk about this with my team. When we're talking about training team, one of the things I always tell them is that it's only a problem if you can't fix it. So I want them to make mistakes and push themselves, but I want them to be a self-initiator as far as finding ways to grow and help the office. And then the other super important thing is every office should have core values and kind of 5 or 6 words that you come together with. You talk about what those core values are, and you should hire based on those core values, which you can kind of see another video about that. And then those core values should be in this document, so those are the baseline of what we'd expect. And we're probably in the process of updating those core values, but you can see in this document, we say, hey, look, that's a base expectation for any scale or any scale level is operating in our core values. So right now, those are honesty, integrity, excellence in communication, care and dependability, attitude, and fun. And we'll probably tweak those a little bit to be some better words, but we'll probably incorporate like being courageous or ambitious. And then within each pay level, here's a note here too, that says that within each pay level, it will correspond your pay in that level as to how often you exhibit the attributes that are needed in that level and those expectations that are core values. So if you're exhibiting them sometimes, often, or always. So for example, in level 2, it might have a range of $22 to $24 an hour. So in level 2, if you are sometimes achieving those expectations, your pay would be 22. If you're often there, 23. And if you're always there, it's 24. And this applies to any level. And so if you're going to a situation where you are always meeting those expectations, and maybe now you're only sometimes or often meeting them, there is a possible discussion of, are you at the appropriate pay level for where you should be? So for example, here is our orthodontic assistant pay scale. And this is just what works for my area right now, and this is not set in stone. We may adjust this at any time, but I had to start somewhere. So, and this doesn't include if you want to do a training level of pay before that, but I typically don't. So this helps me because an entry level is $17 to $20 an hour, and this is kind of what that general responsibility may require. And then we'll probably add this as we kind of go through the process and sit down with our teams and add what that means. But level 2 basically means you can perform all types of procedures and you can complete them on time. And so if somebody's coming in with experience, then I'd probably hire them at beginning level 2 or somewhere in that range. I do like it personally that there is a little bit of a jump between level 1 and level 2 because there's motivation to get to the next level. For me right now, level 3s are people that are either managing other people, they're training, or they're implementing systems and things like that. This is very critical as far as they're taking stress away from me in my office. Right now, for me, my training, my pay levels are the same for no matter what your position is, because for me, they're all critical parts of the team. So here's our treatment coordinator pay levels. I've got that kind of tied to our average conversion rate as well. For me right now, the toughest one is the front desk one because it's hard to know what metrics that looks like exactly, but our pay levels are the same there as well. And I've told my team too that this top number right here, that doesn't top out, because if there's somebody that's truly incredible at taking stress off my plate, then we will gladly overpay that kind of person what they're worth. Hopefully this is a helpful, at least document to kind of see through and talk about as far as creating something for your own. Again, the power of documents and protocols is to create something that works for you and to workshop that with your team, because just copying and pasting from someone else isn't always going to be the best for your office, because your personality, the way you do things, is a little different. And the truly great offices create their own protocols and their own systems. So all right, hopefully that's a little bit helpful.